Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. I am Mana Shrimp and I want to thank you all for stopping by for the first ever video on this channel. Now, I've wanted to make this channel for a little while, but for whatever reason I just never got around to doing it. But I decided, you know what, let's just start it, see what we can learn along the way. Maybe it goes well, maybe it goes bad, we don't know, but let's just see what happens. And just a quick disclaimer, for this video and potentially the videos in the near future, I'm literally just recording on my phone. So I don't have any recording equipment, a computer, or even a working console. So you shouldn't expect too much editing or gameplay in the background at the moment, just because your boy's a little underpowered at the moment. But I do hope to have that fixed in the future, get some better high quality sound, better mic, better all that stuff. I am hoping to purchase all that stuff as I go, once I make some enough money to actually get those things, so I can keep producing high quality content and hopefully, hey, building a nice community around here with you guys. But with that being said, if you do enjoy the video and want to see more, make sure to like, comment, and if you're feeling froggy, then go ahead and leap and hit that subscribe button to follow me for more Apex and other content. Now, I haven't decided how specific I want to make this channel yet, but I do know I want it to not be too broad in terms of content. I want it to be sort of focused, and so you can have consistent content of the things that you enjoy and what I like to enjoy. I don't want to just do any random thing I can think of. I do want it to have some sort of consistency. So hopefully that works out. And but if there is anything you do want me to cover, please let me know in the comments and I will look into it. And if I feel like it's good for this channel and I want to do it, I will absolutely do that for you. So with all of that said, and for the first video on this channel, I decided I wanted to make a video on one of my favorite characters in Apex Legends, the speed demon himself, Octane. And I want to talk a little bit about his abilities and some potential buffs that I think Respawn could do to maybe bring up his play rate and viability in higher tiers of the game, and potentially make him more fun and enjoyable for people to use. Because at the moment, he's sort of in a little bit of a middle ground where people are not sure where he fits. He has some weaknesses, he has some strengths. But yeah, so first off, I just want to talk about his abilities. For those of you who don't know, who don't play Apex, his passive, Octane's passive, is that he can regenerate health when he's not taking damage. So if he's running or doing anything else besides taking damage, he is able to just regenerate health constantly at a slow rate. His tactical is a stim ability, which takes up 10% of his health, and he's able to run faster along the run, slide, do all this stuff, jump faster, and it helps him be a little bit more agile in fights and just if you're being chased. And his ultimate is a jump pad that can launch him in the air when it's placed down. His other people can use it, his teammates can use it, his enemies can use it. So it is a very niche thing, and it just helps him to get out of situations or potentially engage in situations when he just needs to flank or get around someone. But with that being said, a lot of people have criticized this kit a little bit, saying it makes him a little underpowered, that his stim, it takes up health, his speed's not enough, and everything. So I just want to say a couple ideas I personally had for what Respawn could do to help maybe bring Octane a little bit higher in the viability rankings and make him more enjoyable just overall. So one idea I had was just in general a simple, easy to use, an extra speed boost. At the moment, he gains 30% speed when he stims for a few seconds. A lot of people criticize this, that a lot of it feels very slow still, and that it's just that his FOV makes him seem faster than he's actually going, and it doesn't actually help that much. So my idea was, instead of a 30% boost, let's boost that up to 40%. So that way he can get a little more extra speed. He can keep up with some of the fastest speed people in the game, like Pathfinder or even like Bloodhound in their alt. And I think it would be a very good thing for Octane to potentially actually live up to his name of the Speed Demon, and could actually potentially engage faster, disengage faster. So another idea I had was to boost his stim in a couple different ways. Now, one of the ideas was instead of 10%, let's go to 5% consumption of health for when he stims. I just felt it would be an easier, it would not reduce his health too much when engaging and you're trying to get into a fight. And if you, a 10% loss of health right out of the base when you're trying to flank or engage an enemy can be a real big problem. So I think just reducing the amount of health it consumes might actually help him be a little bit more viable and not be as risky when flanking just by taking off 10% of his health automatically. And another idea I had was when he is stimmed, instead of health reduction cost, I think one of the things is give him damage reduction while stimmed. Because that would make up for the 10% loss of health that he does take when he does stim, and sort of keeps him in line with the other legends and allows him to essentially tank a little bit more, and that would offset the loss of health for the stim. So that would make the stim a little bit more viable in terms of being used within a fight rather than just using it to run off. And even if he does run off, even if he's running away, if you stim and you're being chased, the damage reduction could really be helpful in Octane's case, I think. And then the last thing that I think they could potentially buff with Octane is I think they could actually do something with his jump pad. At the moment, his jump pad, his ultimate is a jump pad, which a lot of people feel is very inferior to like Pathfinder's Zipline or Wraith's Portal. It doesn't really do much and just leaves you vulnerable in the air. There is some control over it that a lot of people know. Depending on how you hit the jump pad, you do have different arcs depending on you jump on it, slide into it, run into it, and you get different arcs for the jump pad. But I was thinking a couple things they could try is, number one, give Octane more air control while in the air of his jump pad. So that makes him less vulnerable in the air from being shot by very high skilled players who could just snipe people out of the air easily, especially on PC. And the other idea I had was if they really wanted to buff the jump pad, what they could do is they could give an electrified force on his jump pad. Maybe Watson in lore could be the one who boosts his jump pad for him. And that would just make it so Octane and his teammates could still use the jump pad, but if an enemy used the jump pad, they would get electrified and stunned for 1 second in the air if they decide to use his jump pad. That would make his jump pad more viable for himself, for his teammates, and it would make it so other teams couldn't use his jump pad and essentially use it to chase him down. Because that's one of the biggest issues with his ultimate now, is that people feel even if Octane is running from people can still just chase him and use the exact same jump pad he just used. But if they get an electrical charge or a stun or something when they use it, that could allow for more escapability with the jump pad for Octane. And I just think overall that would really help him with being able to gain some fighting ability and escapability. Just in general, and like higher tier, there goes the horn. But they're just in general higher tier play could potentially help him with all of these changes. But yeah, that's all I have for today. It was just a quick video, but it's something I really want to do. I was thinking about it, and I wanted to say it because I know season 4 of Apex is coming up in I think about a month, and yeah, I was just thinking about what could they do to help change the meta a little bit, maybe help fix things. And this was my idea for Octane. I do have plans for other legends. I do have an idea for Mirage and a couple others, and I do want to talk about Revenant a little bit because I think he's a very fascinating character, and I could potentially see myself playing a lot of him if he is like as good as he seems to be. But yeah, that's all I have for now. If you can, guys, like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff, and let me know in the comments if anything you want to see, and if I can do it, I definitely do want to do it for you guys. But yeah, thanks guys, thanks for listening, thanks for sticking all the way to the end of the video, and yeah, I'll see you guys later. This is your guy, Mana Shrimp. Peace.